Welcome to Solo Shop First, and today we're just going to have a quick look at the Star Wars Return of the Jedi, the Emperor. This is a nice looking card. Obviously, again, the actual image of the Emperor is picked straight from the film when Luke is basically lecturing Luke. And yeah, I mean, it's just a nice looking card. I mean, again, it is on the thinner cardstock, but it's a good looking card. Obviously, you've got the very, very nice Star Wars Return of the Jedi chase, the Emperor with the green name pill and the green background. And the figure itself looks quite menacing. We'll have a look at the, obviously, head sculpt and that in a little bit more detail. So let's have a quick look at the back of the card. Okay, so this is VC 200. And the other figures that come in this wave, obviously with the Emperor, you've got IG-11, Luke Skywalker from Hoth, Lando Calrissian, the Emperor's Royal Guard, Admiral Akbar, Han Solo from Endor, and Tebow. And then you've got the legal information on the bottom half. So nothing massive to sort of write home about on the back of the card. So this is the actual first time we've actually had, I should adjust that camera slightly, the Emperor as the Emperor on a vintage collection card. We have had Darth Sidious in that first wave. There was Darth Sidious, which was VC12, which I believe was made in 2010. And then you had another Darth Sidious, which was VC79 in 2012. But this is the first actual Emperor that we've had on a vintage collection card back, which is long overdue. There is obviously another Emperor that was sort of put into the throne room pack that they did, which I think retailed for around about £40, and I do believe it's a different head sculpt, but you know, this is a nice looking figure. So let's just bring that a little bit closer to sort of give you a indication. Yeah, he's obviously sort of got some sort of mean grin on. Possibly where he's firing those lightning bolts. I'd have thought that's the look that they've gone for there. And there's, yeah, and a couple of the accessories behind him. You've got those sort of the hands that are removable, so that the hands obviously you can swap over to have the lightning bolts. And he's got the cane there as well. So let's get this figure out of the packaging and have a look at it in a little bit more detail. Okay, so here we have the figure out of the packaging. I've got to say, my first impressions, it's a very, very nice looking figure. I mean, it combines a mixture of the hard goods. So the hood for his head is sort of the hard goods, and then you've got the soft cape, the robe that obviously is covering the rest of him. So yeah, I mean, it works very, very nicely. Very, very nicely. It does look quite impressive. I mean, you would probably... you could use this Emperor, obviously, in any scene, really, I suppose, whatever you wanted. But certainly that scene from Return of the Jedi where he is sort of attacking Luke with the lightning bolts. But, yeah, it is a nice-looking figure. I think some people have sort of mentioned, oh, you know, they're not keen on that particular facial sculpt where he is obviously sort of looking quite aggressive. But as I said, there is other Emperor that came with that sort of throne room, and I believe that is slightly different. And there was, I mean, one of my favourite ones of these, I have to say, there was a 5 points of articulation one that they did in the Star Wars Force Link line, which had an amazing sculpt, really. I think the head sculpt was absolutely awesome. And the whole figure just looked bang on, really, in my opinion. But of course, it is obviously the 5 points of articulation, so limited there. But in terms of looks, it is very, very impressive. But this one is impressive. I mean, I think that's a nice looking figure. And I managed to pick this up, I think, for £15. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So let's have a look at the figure and his articulation in a bit more detail. Okay, so here is the figure, and what I have done is removed the hard goods and the soft goods robe, so you can just see a little bit more detail about the figure. It does obviously, again, what's nice, it does actually have that sort of bottom, I don't know whether you want to class it as a skirt or whatever, obviously as part of the robes. But I mean, in terms of the articulation, you've got articulation at the head, which swivels up and down and obviously left to right. You've got articulation at the shoulders, articulation at the elbows, and articulation at the wrists. It doesn't have the hinges in the wrists. In terms of the bottom half of the figure, yeah, just having a quick look. So again, you've got the sorry about that, I was just moving it. The swivel at the waist, articulation at the knees, and articulation at the ankles. And you know, but there's not much you can say on this. I mean, obviously the Emperor is a nice figure to have, and it's great that we finally have him in this line. In terms of the accessories that come with this figure, obviously you've got the hard and the soft goods cape. You've got his walking stick, which I believe is a repack of ones that we have seen previously, but doesn't need to be anything other than that, really. It does a nice job. And then you've got these interchangeable hands. So obviously the hands just pop off. You can see they just pop in there. So if you do want to have him posing with the, you know, him sort of blasting out that lightning bolts, you can do that. So nice, I suppose, an option really there if you want to do that. I certainly wouldn't display it like that personally, but it does give you a nice option. So let's just put the robes and everything back on the figure. Okay, so that's the robes back on. The one thing I just did want to sort of bring quickly to your attention, and I'm not sure whether this video is going to do it justice really, but the actual head sculpt, whether you like the, I suppose, the image that they've gone for or not, the attention to detail in the face sculpt is striking. Really, there's a lot of detail gone in there, with the sort of wrinkles and the frowns, the sort of the red eyes, and the teeth, I suppose, look a little bit dodgy, but the rest of it looks superb. So yeah, massive attention to detail gone into that head sculpt. So let's pop that hood back on. Okay, and there he is, complete again with the hood on. And I do have to say, which is as expected really, I mean, he does look far more impressive with the hood on. But the figure's got nice articulation, looks quite impressive, and comes on a great card back, so a welcome addition. So well done, Hasbro. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please hit the like button. If you've got any questions or comments, I mean, as I said, one of my favourite Emperors they've ever done is that 5POA Force Link one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll hopefully see you on the next one. Thanks, bye.